All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Lions Park. Welcome to the LHSAA playoff softball action here on the LSPN network and Sports Talk 225. Tonight we got quarterfinal showdown as number 3 French Settlement host number 6 Pine Prairie with a trip to the state semifinals on the line in Sulphur. I'm Stu Puffer alongside Clayton Wolf, and Clayton, this is the postseason softball. This is what it's all about, man. Elite pitching, clean defense, and execution under pressure.
Yeah, absolutely, and the stadium is absolutely packed. There's a baseball game going on. We got softball about to kick off. It's an exciting time for Sprint Settlement. All the folks out here, everyone's pumped.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned it a few times this week. The golden era of French Settlement athletics.
Yeah, man.
They got it going on everywhere, and tonight's no exception.
You've been saying there's something in the water out here right now.
Yeah, good stuff. And when I walked away from the baseball game, it was 2-0 Lions. So rooting for those guys. I definitely have a special place in my heart for Remy Kramer.
Absolutely,
we had a great interview with him earlier this week. Just a fantastic kid.
Fantastic story too, man. This him persevering and coming through. Great support system, and then all the community in Fritz Settlement coming to help him out as well. It was an amazing interview and story. If you hadn't caught that, go over our YouTube page and check it out.
All right, storylines tonight. Man, obviously the winner advances to the state semifinals. I would have to anticipate low scoring. Pitching is good. Both pitchers, obviously, we expect to be dominant and really drive this game home. Both teams have shown the ability to win tight playoff games. Situational hitting will be the difference. French Settlement dominant in their last outing, late. Very late, but ended it, I believe, if memory serves me correct, with a walk-off.
Yeah,
walk-off homer to make it 10-0.
Yeah, the few times I've gotten an opportunity to watch them, they kind of, Malloy was with the pitcher. She started out a little bit slow, struggled a little bit, gave up a couple of hits, but then absolutely dominated from innings 3 on, and it wasn't even close. She kept them in the game with that last, I think it was Pearl River.
Regular season game.
Yeah, regular season game. But yeah, they have been battle tested throughout the season, and they can win the tight ball games, especially when you got solid pitching coming from Malloy Miles.
Yeah, coaches meeting at home plate taking place now. We'll see.
See if we get the national anthem or not.
I'm not certain with the baseball game going on, and then no PA announcer, so a little uncertain there. So French Settlement comes in as the 3 seed and has been dominant at home this season. Disciplined at the plate, rarely give away at-bats, play fundamentally sound defense. Keys to the game: get runners on early and apply pressure, control the tempo through pitching, avoid errors, and force Pine Prairie to earn everything. So I'd be watching for the top of the lineup to set the tone early for the Lady Lions.
Yeah, and just from what we've seen and kind of what they've done all season is they have different aspects of their game to where if they need to play small ball, they'll play small ball. They have the ability to hit the take them out of the park. So they're in all aspects, they're just a solid team all around.
All right, Pine Prairie enters as the 6th seed, but as proven they belong here. Strong playoff run, a little bit of controversy coming out of their last game. Aggressive, scrappy, and capitalize on mistakes. Keys to the game for them: be aggressive in the early counts, use speed on the bases, stay composed in the big moments. They're dangerous because they stay within themselves and don't panic. So French Settlement's got to be prepared for that as well.
Yeah, and just like you kind of stated, is they're going to have to get a fast start in this game, because as the game goes on, Malloy Miles just gets stronger in the circle, and that's going to be the key for them. If they can eliminate mistakes in defense and no give away a lot of miscues in pitching and giving free passes, and then make some timely hits early in the game before Miles really gets going.
I'm going to put you on the spot here. Define a free bad pass for me. All free passes.
They're all free passes, but...
So coaches continue to go over the ground rules here with the officiating crew. I can only imagine that there's some extra conversation going on.
Yeah.
just for player safety.
Yeah, I think the TikTok videos kind of been circulating. So
pitching's going to dictate everything tonight, in my opinion. Pitching and defense. Defensive miscues are going to be avoid them.
And if you do have them, they're going to be magnified, because if you produce these mistakes, and we've seen it all season, the team that makes the least mistakes usually wins the ball game.
Yeah. All right, so the legend of Malloy Miles steps back into the pitcher circle tonight and continues to grow. So shout out to the LSPN group, that crew, for reaching out to the Sports Talk 225 team. Clayton and I are happy to be here and call this game. It's been a pleasure to be out here and watch these girls throughout the season, and now cheer them on for a shot to go to state. So if we come across a little bias, they're 225 and Pine Prairie is not.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna cheer for the team that invited us. So.
All right, coaches' meeting seems to be wrapping up, and we are soon going to be ready to play ball, I believe, with a trip to Sulphur on the line. And I think this is the only time of year anyone can get excited about a trip to Sulphur.
Sulphur is a beautiful city. If you like to,
listen. In interest of fairness, I said it earlier. They better win tonight, because I got plans to be in Sulphur next week. My LHSAA credentials have already been approved, and then I followed that up. I said no one ever.
Oh man, yeah.
All right, teams coming together around the circle for a pregame prayer. Beautiful to see. Giving all glory to God. As mentioned on the Sports Talk 225 Player of the Game T-shirt, 1 Corinthians 10:31. All right, pregame prayer has been completed. Both teams will head back to their dugouts, and Wolf will run through the lineup here for Pine Prairie. Leading off is shortstop Josie Vadrine, center field, followed by center fielder number 20 Sydney Fontenot, and third baseman number 15 Ella Ortego. Batting fourth, number 7, Jolie West, and she will also be pitching. Fifth is number 1, Briley Fontenot. She'll be at first base. There's a lot of Fontenots in this squad. Batting sixth, number 19, Ella Fontenot. She's behind the dish. Batting seventh, number 5, Cheyenne.
Miracle.
Left field. Number 17, Madison Messer. In right field, and then number 3, Anaya George at second base. And on the mound, there we go, baseball terminology. That's what happens when you walk away from a baseball game.
Old habits die hard.
Pitching for the Lions, can't screw that one up.
Nope.
Pitching for the Lions is number 21, Malloy Miles. Looks like Hadley Spellman behind the dish. A few more warm-up pitches, and we will be underway. I did notice that Remy Gautreau is not at third base tonight and not in uniform. So that's a scratch for the Lions.
Yeah, and we'll see how that storyline plays out, having that experience over there at third base.
Folks, we're ready for regional action's happening on the baseball field. We are ready for quarter final softball right here at Lions Park in French Settlement, Louisiana. This is Josie Vadrine stepping up to the bat. And for the Lion faithful that are tuning in, we are amongst the Prairie fans. So
yeah, they put us on the visitor side.
There's a strike from Malloy.
So if you hear some cheering, it's no one we're with.
Here comes the 0-1 from Malloy. Gotta imagine pitcher a little amped up, big spot, big moment, an opportunity to go play for a state championship on the line here. But this is where legends are made.
Yep. Yeah, she'll get it. She'll get it. It's like we've seen a couple times. She started off that was a beautiful inside pitch.
If she pounds that strike zone early, we Sports Talk 225, we've covered a couple of games in Denham here.
We were here for 800 strikeout
early, but then it goes. She locks in. Oh, that one's just a bit outside.
Well, and she's got to kind of see where the ump's strike zone is. So she's gonna work around, kind of figure it out, and then she'll start delivering in the strike zone.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Oh, nice change
that
up.
One up to stay alive. Boy, she buckled her knees.
Yeah, she did. She was way ahead and had to slow down.
Two balls, 2 strikes. But the leadoff batter doing her job here, making her throw pitches, giving her teammates the opportunity to see some of the pitches.
Trying to gather some intel.
There's pop up on the infield to the second baseman. And there's one away.
One away.
It's going to bring up number 20, Sydney Fontenot, the center fielder.
Passing on some information to the next batter.
It's going to be key tonight, too, is keeping the ball on the infield, whether it be in the air or on the ground.
If you get it up in the air with the wind right now, it's going to knock it down, or it's going to make it hang up in the air.
Like she hit it to right field.
Yeah.
So with that note, folks, a little bit of overcast. There's been rain in the area. That's why the games are starting a little earlier. Baseball trying to get a doubleheader in tonight. There's a strike, 0-2. Anticipating bad weather coming through later tonight.
Yeah, I think she should come back with that change-up kind of outside.
So got a breeze coming across towards right field.
There it is. It was a little high.
Anything to left field looks like it'll get put. Left center will get pushed straight down.
Yeah.
Anything to right looks like it could carry.
Yeah. Come back high.
Got it. There's the first strikeout of the night for Malloy Miles, and 2 away here in the first inning.
I do like that the ball prior changed the eye level, came up a little bit higher, and then went back right to her fastball down the middle and just overpowered her.
2 down. This brings up Ella Ortega, the third baseman. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, I think it looks like she shifted a gear.
Trouble.
Yeah.
For Pine Prairie.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Tongue twister.
Say that 5 times fast. This is going to be trouble. If she's dialed in,
they're way behind. They're way behind her fastball.
Watch the ball hit the bat.
She's got a little extra in that leg kick tonight.
Yeah, they're going to have to change their approach, slide back in the box, or do something to change here because they're just way behind her fastball. Change up,
Got her off the end of the bat, pop up to shortstop, and 1-2-3 inning for Malloy Miles.
Yeah.
We'll take a quick little break here as we head to the bottom of the first with the Lady Lions coming up. All right, we are back for the bottom half of the first inning.
Yeah, that was an impressive first showing from Malloy Miles.
Yep, trying to make a makeshift desk here. Having a little bit of trouble.
You just need one more book sack. You should probably use this thing right here you brought.
Yeah.
That'd probably work a lot better.
I'll shift it around in between innings. Kenna Miles is going to lead it off for French Settlement. Followed by Amelia Rosto, Ava Acosta, Malloy Miles, Hadley Spellman, Miley Miles, Reese Gotro, Jacelyn Babin, and Danny Delhomer, and then Danielle Smith. So 1-2-3 top of the first for Malloy, and her sister will lead off the bottom of the first.
And this is our
get it going.
This is our first look for Pine Prairie's pitcher.
Yep, that's Jolie West. Jolly West. Jolie.
I think it's Jolie.
She starts off with the strike.
You know, and this could be, we could see some posturing in the first few innings between these pitchers, kind of, seeing a lot of pitches come by.
There's the ball high. Yeah, you mentioned the posturing is kind of what we expect, keep runners off, keep them off balance, keep the bases, the batter off balance. And you saw Malloy mix up the speeds to set them up to come back with her fastball.
Yeah. She would set it up with a fastball, then she would come with the changeup, up high, change high level, and then come right back to that fastball, and they're too far behind it.
2 balls, 1 strike to Miles.
That was a changeup
to shortstop.
She's gonna run. Will I get out?
Nope. Across. One away.
Well, we got sirens.
Well, Pine Prairie, that's probably what should have happened the other night.
Oh, wow. That was shots fired.
1 away for the Lady Panthers.
And then you would hear that after the shots were fired.
See where he at. See where he at.
Oh, low.
The ball to the second baseman for the Lions.
You don't like him moving. It's all right, Daddy, in the strike zone. That's good. We learned it.
I think the pitcher's parents might be very close to it.
Yep, could be.
2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, it's Pine Prairie's pitcher is struggling a little bit finding the strike zone right now. But, I mean, this is a big moment for her, too, you know.
There's a strike, 3 balls, 1 strike.
That was a take all the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we got the hitter's count now. I think she'd probably come back with some off speed. Yep, there it is.
Big swing and a miss. 3 balls, 2 strikes. They got the bells, the whistles,
everything.
All the noisemakers.
Yeah, almost feel like I'm in Starkville.
Stark Vegas, baby.
Stark Vegas, baby. That's where LSU's going to be this weekend. Not looking good for them, though. I'll tell you that, not looking good.
All right, Amelia, get you one you can drive here. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
She's going to come back with a fastball.
Fouls it out away. That's going to take out a baseball fan.
Yep.
Oh. Heads up. Now, this is when you got to go into the whole ballpark travel ball mode.
Yeah, heads on a swivel when you're walking around that place.
Everyone's screaming, heads up, heads up.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get another payoff pitch.
I'm expecting off speed right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it hit on the top of the helmet.
There it is.
So there's a runner on for the Lady Lions. So runner on first, 1 away. That gives you some speed, and that's going to bring up Ava Acosta, the third baseman.
We got a run on first, 1 out. See if we can do some damage here.
Ball high. No back pick. Showed back pick, but then didn't come through. And that's going to put Malloy Miles on deck.
Believe in yourself. You gotta believe.
And the pitcher's kind of shaking her head. You know,
she's a little frustrated with herself.
She's a little frustrated, and she's not hitting the zone like she expects.
You could see the frustration.
That was good.
After that floater landed on the top of.
She did 3 straight balls, and then ended up working back the count. But you know, she's kind of missing the strike zone. It's not even close. It's kind of really missing the strike zone high.
That one bounces in, runner goes, and she's safe all day. So that's going to put Amelia Washoe in scoring position for Ava Acosta.
That was a nice pop-up slide there.
Body language, body language.
As the peanut gallery yells body language.
Yep. I think he's talking to the pitcher because she's kind of
I think that body might be bad.
Frustration. You got to move on to the next pitch.
Yeah.
And it's her changeup. She got 1 pitch with her changeup that really worked.
Down 3-1.
They got a swing and miss. But all the other changeups she's gone back to has just been 1 hit the batter, and the other 2's been out of the zone.
This is a big spot for the Lions right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's frustrated. Runner in score position. She's likely throwing
I wouldn't be surprised to see a bunt. Nope, right up through the middle. Wow.
Runner had to flip.
That's going to score a run.
It's 1-0 Lions.
Beautiful base hit. Double.
The single.
Was a single with the air in center field.
Single advances on the air, and it is 1-0 Lions, and that's going to bring up Malloy Miles with the runner in scoring position. And you can hear it from the faithful. They're fired up.
They're feeling it. And this is, we talked about earlier at the top of the broadcast, this is what we, French Town need to do. Get in, Malloy set the tone with the first inning, 1-2-3 inning, come in, get all the momentum. You're at home. You got the crowd cheering for you. This is the exact start you want.
She's got the opportunity here to do herself some favors.
Yeah, absolutely. Give herself her own run support.
Meeting at the mound.
If she leaves,
kind of settle the pitcher down.
Yeah, if she lets one of those change-ups hang over the plate like she did a couple of times, that can be driven over the fence. And she's got to watch out for that.
All right, Malloy Miles coming up. 1-0 Lions. Runner in scoring position, 1 away here in the bottom of the first. Ball high.
Your strike zone a little tighter. It's all right.
Yeah, she's going to have to adjust,
That's just home cooking. It's okay.
make the adjustment.
That ain't home cooking. They ain't from here. Ball high.
Yep.
2-0.
He ain't giving no one that call.
Hey, just because she squatted and leaned over don't mean.
We're hearing it from some of the Pine Prairie's faithful here.
All right, 2 balls, no strike to Malloy Miles.
Oh, she made the adjustment, but still hit the bottom of didn't hit the bottom of the strike zone.
3 balls, 1 strike.
All right, this is going to be take all the way.
Or 3-0, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Body language, let's go.
Oh, that one's popped up on the infield. And
She's a little ahead of it.
2 away.
Yeah, that was the opportunity right there.
I'm green lighting.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same thing Blake did. I'm giving her the green light right there.
Yeah, that ball
I would have
came
been
in
sitting fastball, and it wasn't the fastball.
No, it's.
Yep. So she did kudos to Wes because that confused me. I would have definitely thought, hey, I'm just trying to get a strike here. She came with the off speed.
Yeah.
And got Malloy to pop up. So 2 away in the bottom of the first here. There's the strike. It's Feldman. There's a ball high. Acosta's still hanging out there in second base.
That's good, I like it.
She had the line drive single that went through the center fielder's legs to the wall.
Yeah, they got her on second.
And that accounts for the 1 run so far. Swinging in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now, what they can't do is start swinging that pitch. They've been holding off on that. That's been called a ball so far.
I think what happened there is the first pitch, which he had called ball. When Malloy was up, he called a strike in the first on the first pitch. So she saw it again, and it was a little bit higher.
So 2-2.
You gotta sell it. You gotta sell it.
Three and 2, ball low.
Worked it full.
Got Miley Miles on deck. So we're over here in front settlement full of Miles. Over there, they're full of Fontenot.
Yeah.
But we got Miles and Gotros
Coming
over
back
here.
Fastball low.
This is the walk. All right, and that's going to bring up Miley Miles. 2 runners on, 2 away.
Oh, they're going to make a change for the
for the catcher.
Okay.
Courtesy
Courtesy runner coming in.
And she took it outside. Live right there.
Yeah, Pine Prairie's pitcher is got a little frustration look on her face, and
she's labored in this first inning.
yeah,
she's thrown a lot of pitches.
You know, the top of the lineup has done their job this first inning. See a lot of pitches, and produced a couple of free bases.
See if Miley Miles can pick up her sister. We've had the oldest, the middle, and the youngest.
Bounced it in, thrown in second. Nope.
That ball gets away from the second baseman. Shortstop's there to pick it up. I believe the shortstop was who caught the last game.
Yeah. Oh, the infamous. Oh, okay. foul back into the net.
Well, I was just corrected. Apparently, there's 2 more Miles girls that are way younger that still got to come up the pipe.
Oh, man.
Okay.
And they're all sisters?
So all the 3 that are in high school that are eligible to play in this game, yeah, they're all sisters.
Oh, wow. I don't know if they had some cousins mixed in there.
Oh, that runner's going to third. She's safe.
The catcher got caught sleeping.
Catcher did get caught sleeping, and now you got runners on the corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Shifted around a little bit. Flag starting to blow out towards right center.
You get it up in the jet stream, we could see a big play.
Big cut and fouled over into the baseball fans again.
I think she was thinking the same thing.
I don't know how soft that softball is when it lands on your head.
It's not. I tried to catch one the other day, and it didn't bode well for my thumb. Got a little bit of a jam.
All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Outside, runner advances to second on the ball off the chest of the catcher there.
He worked a full count.
So now you got 2 runners in scoring position for Miles here.
Yep, she can really do some damage right here. She gets a base hit up the middle.
Yeah, Reese Gocho on deck. Swing and foul down the first base line.
She's way ahead of that one.
All right, full count for Miles.
A chance to help out her sister's cause.
And work the walk.
Oh, man.
Bases are now loaded, and this is going to bring up Reese Gotro. This is the younger sister of Remy Gotro, who is out tonight.
Well, I mean,
Daughter
they keep
of Amy and Robbie Gotro.
I mean, they keep having kids out here. Fifth Settlement softball is going to be secure for a long time.
Yeah. All right, bases loaded for the Lady Lions. Takes a ball.
Yeah, that's the same pitch he's trying to hit. It's just a little high outside zone.
The look she just gave the catcher who popped up. Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah, not a happy camper.
It's in their heads.
Oh, yeah.
Ball high. Oh, you see?
Daggers.
Did you see that?
Daggers.
2 balls, no strikes.
We're going to call that a game face. She's ready to play.
That's her game face.
That's her game face. She's ready.
That hole on the right side of the infield is massive. Takes a strike there. She looks like her mom. I've seen those eyes before.
Oh.
That one's chopped foul.
Evens up the count. 2s across the board.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. 1-0 Lady Lions. Bases are loaded. Gotro looking for a pitch to drive here.
Coming back with the off speed.
Second baseman shifted over to close up that gap.
She went high.
She worked it full. So full count, bases loaded, nowhere to put her. A walk's as good as a hit right here.
See if she comes back with the off speed and tries to get him a swing and miss.
Comes the payoff pitch.
Nope.
That one's popped up over to the second baseman, and that'll end the inning. So after one,
yeah, they got
1-0 Lions.
They got out some serious trouble.
All right, we're back for the top of the second inning, top of the second here, and the pitcher for Pine Prairie will be leading it off, Jolie West. So you couldn't ask for a better start for French Settlement,
right?
To go 1-2-3 in the first inning.
They then come back at the bottom and scratch a run across.
Scratch a run across, make the opposing pitcher really work.
Yeah.
She labored.
And the more pitches they're seeing later on in the game, that's going to pay dividends.
Yep. So it's 1-0, Lady Lions.
So if they need to,
West takes ball 2.
They need to adjust their approach. They're going to see those pitches, and they can make the coach is going to make the adjustments.
That was a long half inning to sit
It was.
If you're the pitcher.
Yeah, it was.
So, you think Malloy's got to come in and kind of get warmed back up. So low, and then high.
Yeah.
Now she got to dial it in somewhere in the middle. 3 pitches, 3 straight balls.
You know what to do.
Hey, 4-pitch walk. 4-pitch walk.
No courtesy runner for the pitcher. I was a little surprised by that. Looked like the umpire expected it as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's leading off, so she must got some good wheels.
It's going to bring up Riley Fontenot. First pitch swinging, third baseman tracking, and that is 1 away. So Malloy comes back from a 4-pitch walk to a 1-pitch out. That's called efficiency.
Efficiency.
Can't get more efficient than that.
Nope.
All right, so that's going to bring up number 19, Ella Fontenot.
Be smart. Be smart.
Ella Fontenot catching tonight. There's a strike by Miles.
Looks like the corners are creeping up a little bit, expecting possible bunt.
Yeah, you can feel the tension in the air, I would say. Everybody knows what's on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Trip to Sulphur to play for a state championship here. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Quickly 0-2. There's a lot of love bugs out today.
I think I'm getting bit by gnats, too.
Yeah, there was a swarm of something back here by the there was sunflower season. I think somebody spilled a Coke or something.
Yep. But we will persevere.
Yeah, it's fine. It's part of living in South Louisiana during the summer.
Yeah, we signed up for it.
I see. Looks like,
Believe in yourself.
I believe that was Stella Allison walking through the crowd. That's the French Settlement basketball star who will be going to Northwestern to play for the Demons.
Yep, going up to the neck.
110% committed.
Oh,
And the recommit.
A little extra.
Well, was committed, then not committed,
Yeah,
now
decommitted, now
recommitted.
recommitted.
Well, anytime a coaching change happens, a player reserves that right.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
So, excited for her. Another great talent from Livingston Parish, and the 225 going out to do special things. So,
Yeah.
good luck to Stella and the Lady Demons of Natchitoches.
Yeah.
They got the best meat pies.
Yeah, they are known for the meat pies. I'm
And
expecting
Christmas.
the Christmas. I'm expecting Malloy Miles to come back with an off-speed hit pitch right here.
Yep, bounced it in a little bit.
Yeah,
Little short on that one.
She's 19, Ella Fontenot. She's starting to try to catch up with her fastball. I think she was expecting the changeup as well.
All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, that one, they spiked in, hits on the home plate umpire. So she's going to advance to
Pass ball.
second base as Jolie West advancing to second base on
That's wild pitch.
the wild pitch.
Get on base.
So that evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
See if she can finish her off with her fastball. Yeah, she
fouled that one back.
Came back high, so I expect to come back down with something low.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away, runner on second base.
Yeah, see if you can overpower her with the fastball low inside.
Just gets a piece of that one. Fouls it back into the net. Do it again.
I mean, this is we're probably creeping up towards 10 pitches for us at bat. That's her, I think, fourth foul ball, and we've already got, probably about 8 pitches so far.
Fouled off again. Umpire's running out of balls.
Yeah.
You see when the referees start reaching in, digging in their bag.
Yeah. Yeah, she slid back. She stepped back a little bit further back in the box. So if she comes back with that fastball, she could make good contact, drive the runner in.
Swing and a miss. There's 2 away. That's strikeout number 2 on the night.
Hit that outside. She just couldn't catch up with it. All right, so 2 away.
That's going to bring up Cheyenne. Let's see. Maracle. It's easier to look at the printed down at the bottom.
Yep.
Versus what they handwrite, because sometimes it doesn't align.
Above your hands, leave it alone, baby. It's a ball. Let's go.
All right, 2 away, runner on second base. Miles trying to work out of this little jam. Another strike. All right, so 0-2. The opposing pitcher dancing around back there behind second.
Yeah, them not being able to capitalize, runner on with no outs, advance to second base, and if they don't come up with nothing here, it's going to be a long game for them.
That'll do it for the top of the second inning as Miles strikes out 2. We'll be right back for the bottom of the second with the Lions coming up to bat. All right, we're back for the top of the second inning here at Lions Park. 1-0 Lady Lions. I believe it'll be Jason Babin leading off the inning, followed by Danny Deloma. And then the flex player, Danielle Smith.
Yeah, I don't think
she's batting, no?
You're right. No, they're going to go back to the top lineup.
Kenna Miles.
Yeah. Yeah, so first inning, pitcher really worked, thrown a lot of pitches, and her off speed wasn't working at all. She hit a batter, walked another one.
There's a shot to the shortstop and quickly went away.
So, pitcher does not want her mask. Just going out there and just protect your face.
Danny Delhomer. Takes a strike. Kenna Miles on deck for the Lions. One away here in the bottom of the standing. Yeah, I guess Wes didn't like the visual she was getting. Because I tell you, she took that mask off.
Now she's pumping them in there.
She's pumping that strike zone. No balls, 2 strike.
That was low. That was close. That's a tough pitch to take.
1 ball, 2 strike to Delhomer.
Yeah, whatever the coach said to her pitcher in middle inning.
There's a little dribble to the second baseman, and do what? That'll bring up Kenna Miles.
We're at a 5-pitch inning so far.
Panthers like cowbell.
Yeah, they like the cowbell. Haven't seen too many Panthers with cowbells, but you know.
Oh, it's annoying.
Yep, it sure is.
And 1 pitch popped up into center field, and that quick inning.
Yeah.
West makes quick work. We'll head to the bottom of the
Third.
top of it. That went so fast it had me crisscross.
All right, we're back. Bottom of the lineup is due up 8-9, and then flipping back to the top. It's Madison Messer.
Yeah, right fielder Madison Messer. Malloy Miles. Top of the third, 1-0 Lions. There's a strike.
After that first walk she had last inning, it's back to business. Ooh, just overpowering stuff, man. That fast, they are way behind.
No balls, 2 strikes. Ball outside.
Yeah. Trying to get a chase. She actually had a strikeout with the exact same pitch last inning.
Getting some text messages with some information, but I don't have any way of validating it in the moment. Not that I don't trust the source.
Sounds like you don't trust the source.
No, I do trust the source. I just don't want to say it and then it be incorrect. Oh, yeah. That looks like a swing.
Got her.
Yep.
Sitting her down.
So there's one away. There's a strikeout for Miles.
That's number 4 for the game so far. All right, this is 9-hole hitter coming up. Nia George. Squaring around the bunt.
I'm actually glad we didn't repeat that. Because that was an inside joke.
Yeah.
Okay. And I wasn't tracking.
Yeah.
Nia George. 1 ball, 1 strike. I tell you, I was talking to somebody the other day. It's a skill set to be able to move your feet and swing a bat at the same time. Have you ever seen a baseball player try that? That would look really, really bad.
No, it's almost like some of these girls, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of them took dance when they were younger kids. They needed those footsteps, how to step properly, because I got 2 left feet. There's no way I'd ever be able to do that.
2 balls, 1 strike. That one's fouled off down the left side.
Evens the count. Yeah, my daughter's actually learning how to do that right now. I'm just like, I don't think that's you.
Your daughter's a power hitter.
I was like, I don't think that's you. I think you should just stick with staying back and driving the ball to the fence.
All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one slapped just out of play into the netting.
Another foul.
A lot of foul balls in this game. They spoiled some good pitches, but when you're at this point, you're down to the final 6 teams. You're looking to go to play for state, make it to the final 4. You're not going to get easy.
Oh no, absolutely
easy
not.
at bats.
And you all you need is a couple of base runners, timely hitting.
There's another strikeout.
That's tough, man.
That's strikeout number 5.
Number 5, yep. Number 5.
And that gets a roar from the French Settlement faithful.
Yep. So we flipped back over to the top of the lineup with, was it Josie Vadrine?
Yep, Josie Vadrine coming up. That look like rain over there.
Yeah, it does look like rain over there. Hopefully it just stays over there.
Wait, we're protected by the garbage bag.
No.
Let's hopefully that cloud will drift out of the way.
Yeah.
There's a ball outside.
But, I mean, like we said earlier, bugs, weather, we're in South Louisiana, so we got to deal with it.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing, I should have brought another shirt. Perspiring through this one.
Well, the girls only play 1. Oh, swing and a miss.
Yeah, she went back to it.
One ball, 1 strike, 2 away here. Top of the 3rd inning. Lions holding on to a 1-0 lead. 1 run scored early in the 1st inning. Slows it down, roller to 3rd, fires it across, and that's another quick inning from Malloy.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, man.
1, 2, 3. So we will come back. You got the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up for the Lions here in the bottom of the 3rd, looking to extend that 1-0 lead. We'll be right back. All right, we're coming back to the bottom of the third with Amelia Rochdo, Ava Acosta, and Malloy Miles coming up. This is the part of the order that kind of got it going in the first inning.
Yep.
But as you see, West took the face mask off in the bottom of the second inning, and it's like her vision changed. She's
very efficient
in the strike zone.
6 strikes to get them off the field. 6 pitches. 6 pitches.
And there's a bunt. What a bunt.
Well laid bunt.
And she's out.
She got her.
That is a great play by West.
Yeah, great play. Heads up.
Pitcher got there and made a fantastic throw to get the runner. And that's 1 down here in the bottom of the third. Yeah, you got to give credit there because that's not easy to do on these
that's athletic.
fields.
That's athletic.
Yeah, great play.
Great show of athleticism.
All right, this is going to bring up number 11, Ava Acosta. Acosta playing third base tonight. Takes the ball there.
I believe we saw her in the lineup the last couple of games that we covered.
Oh, there's a
solid
shot. There's a base hit to left field. And that's Acosta's second time on tonight. And in the last 5 batters, the only batter that has done anything against West. She had really dialed it in. So that's going to bring up Malloy Miles, cleanup hitter.
And she come right back to that off speed.
1 ball, no strikes.
I think she's coming with that off speed because I think if she misses with her fastball over the plate, she's gonna take it for Malloy's gonna take it for a ride.
1 ball, 1 strike. Cowbells
are ringing
out tonight. So a lot of credit goes to West, though. She battled back, really, really labored in that first inning. A tremendously efficient second inning.
Yes, see if she can keep it going. She just struggled, and
she's got the stuff.
Yeah, she got in her head in the first inning, and that's why it extended.
2 balls, 1 strike. And there's a shot by Miles down the third base line. Runners heading to third. You're going to have runners on second and third.
Second and third. Nice double. That was the pitch she was looking for. She was sitting on a fastball, got one right over the plate, and drove it.
There's a double from Malloy Miles. So now you got runners on second and third with just 1 away, and that's going to bring up Hadley Spellman.
Yeah, and at this point, are you, as his coach, are you working small ball, trying to get this run across with the way Malloy's pitching?
Or do you let your catcher go up there and help your pitcher out?
With 1 swing.
Try to drive it. That was a short conversation between head coach and batter.
Yeah. So be interesting to see what kind of approach they're going to take with this. I mean, you got 1 out. You have an opportunity to get at least 1 run across. You get the run across. The way Malloy's pitching right now, 2-run games, it starts to look like a big hill to climb.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen her just get stronger and stronger as games go on.
Yeah, had opportunity back in the second.
Yeah, you don't want to give a team like Prairie the opportunity to. If you don't capitalize on that, they're going to pounce back.
Yeah, they were able to get the leadoff runner on. She stole second in scoring position and just couldn't do nothing after that. Molation down.
One ball, no strikes. Batter calls time here. Spellman steps back in. Comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss.
Just a little bit behind that pitch. That was the pitch you were looking for, to drive out to center field. Could have been a gapper.
Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Lady Lions got runners on second and third. Shows bunt and lays the bunt down. And that's going to score a run. Everybody's safe. And it's 2-0 Lions. Runners on first and third.
Hey, I love the call. I mean, I'm getting that run across. So you lay down the bunt, get the run across, and then cause chaos.
Yeah. Bringing in a courtesy runner for his catcher. So it's 2-0 Lions. 1 away. Runners first and third.
And with 1 out, in position with runner sitting, right there at third. I believe
brings up Miley Miles.
Miley Miles looks like she's going to be trying for the slap. Get her sister home. Oh, she sits back and swings.
And that's going to be out
that's
number
kind of
2.
the worst case scenario right there.
Shortstop picks that one up for out number 2. That's going to bring up Reese Gotro.
I don't know if I agree with that. I would probably went back to the well, bunted one more time. Yeah, he got 1 out. 3 runs is really, that's a lot. That's a strike. Gotcha takes a strike. Was it Reese that had the hit last time we were here?
Remy.
Remy
got it going.
Remy got it going. Inning. Okay, yeah.
Now it's spiked in for ball 1. Yes, it was 6-inning, 1-run game, losing 1 run.
Yes. And
Remy lined it down the third base line.
That's right.
Hit a hot shot down the third base line to get that rally started.
Yeah, I knew it was one of the Gotro girls.
Yep.
She ended up being the co-player of the game that game.
Reese had a hit in that inning also.
Oh, popped it up.
Well, the Lions scratch across 1 run.
Yeah.
So it's 2-0. We'll head to the top of the 4th after this. All right, we're back for the top of the 4th inning. Let's see, where are we at? Sydney Fontenot, I believe?
Yep. 2, 3, and 4.
So center fielder Cindy Fontenot, followed by Ella Ortega, and then pitcher Joey West due up this inning.
Yep. Sydney Fontenot was a strikeout victim last at bat.
Let's go, 2-0.
Miles with 5 strikeouts through 3 innings.
Looking to add to that count.
Let's go.
Ooh, swing and a miss with the high fastball.
Gotta make a pitch to us. Make them be strikes.
Yep, that's how it works. Let's see.
Oh, that one just a little high.
Yeah. Just a bit high. Yep, she's down on the count 2-0. Oh, I'm sorry, 1-1.
Yeah, which game were you watching?
No, it's 2-0. She swung, and then fouled.
That's 1-1. Would that be 2-1 then? No, you're saying it should have been 1-2?
It should have been 0-2.
Oh, no.
She fouled one.
That was not a foul.
Oh, I thought she
threw the
hit
ball to the net.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah. Again, which game were you watching?
I saw it go way up in the net. I didn't think she would throw that far up the net.
Yeah, she was trying to get her to chase one high. There's a strike, 2-2.
She was Andre the Giant.
Yeah, I got a perfectly good ball player sitting in the truck.
Yeah, so do I.
Ah, there's strikeout number 6.
Got him. I was looking. Yep. Threw a few balls and then came back and punched her out. That's City Fondo's second strikeout of the game.
And that's going to bring up third baseman Ella Ortega.
Threw it like hard. Fouled out. Another foul. Oh, nope. This is going to be playable. Oh, they got to call it. Got to call it, ladies. Accidents happen. Real quick, that was...
I'll reply to everybody's emails since nobody else does. Fucking ridiculous.
Yep. The mic's hot.
Ball outside. Ball high to West, 2-0. So in the last 2 at-bats, West has seen 6 straight balls.
Still be smooth, baby. Gotta be a meatball pitch.
So I'm noticing this a lot in softball. What is the separated hands? Some are traditional, others are fake.
Yeah, I'm not sure. My daughter's coach, she doesn't teach that. So she teaches the hands connected and drive. But my daughter's also a power hitter, so.
2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away.
Let's
go, Joe. You got it.
Two strikes.
Go get it.
This is different.
Yeah.
Trying to catch up. That's strikeout number 7 for Miles, and we will head to the bottom of the 4th. 2-0 Lions. All right, Jason Babin takes strike one, looking as we start the bottom of the fourth inning. 2-0 Lions. There's a shot to the first baseman for out number one. The overcast is nice, but it makes me nervous.
Yeah, I know. Hey, sorry, 9-hole hitter.
Danny Delhomer.
Danny Delhomer.
Taking ball one.
And she grounded out last at bat.
Ooh. Swing and fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Looks like we got some of the youngsters have drifted out to center field to look over the fence. It's a great viewing spot. Looks like we got some dads down the right field foul pole area. I know we talked about it on another broadcast out at Doyle, that they got that dad's deck built up on the top of the wall.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. We did that broadcast from out there. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, this place is packed for sure.
Yeah, well, when you have the sheriff deputies out there having to control traffic.
Yeah.
Big time.
And in here, just, watching over everything, making sure everyone, there's good sports at the end of the game.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I mean, the guys over there playing with the chance to advance to the quarterfinals. You got the girls here looking to advance to the semifinals. Again, the golden era of French Settlement Athletics. That one shot to the second base.
Yeah, it was a little dribbler.
And that's...
She wasn't fully committed to that pitch. It was a changeup. She kind of slowed her bat speed to try to catch up to it.
Yeah.
And then it just caused a little dribbler to second.
And that's 2 away. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order with Kenna Miles. Kenna, the senior of the Miles sisters, and I mean senior as in an actual senior in high school this year. So they're looking to continue that magical ride on this senior season. Swing and a chop foul. The ball's 2 strikes.
And like we talked about last inning, Jolie's really settled in. I know she did give up that one run last inning, but I mean, other than that, the 2 innings with the little bit of traffic, she's pitched a fairly good game.
That one shot to the third baseman, who comes up and fires it, and that gets away. And Miles gets to second, and they throw that one into the outfield. Man. All right, so Miles is going to be safe at second base. So. I think she would have been safe on the throw.
I think she would have got there.
Like, it would have been bang, bang, but I would call that a single with a throwing error advance to second.
That's how I scored it.
So, either way, runner on second base, and that's going to bring up Amelia Rosto. Somebody's going to correct us at some point.
Yeah, we apologize if any names are wrong.
Should have probably done a run-through.
But we were kind of late getting the roster, so.
There's a shot in the gap.
That's a gapper. That's going to get down. It's going to score a run. Timely hitting. Timely hitting.
Let me do that part. Repeating the exact same words.
We're both excited.
3-0 Lions. Oh, that was not an echo, folks. That was us actually saying the exact same words at the exact same time. 3-0 Lions.
Put some emphasis on it.
Put some emphasis on it. So the Lady Panthers did a good job of getting the ball back in and holding her to just a single there.
Yeah, but this is starting to look like a mountain to climb.
Yeah. Ava Acosta coming up. This is that part of the order earlier we talked about that did the damage in the first inning to get that one run across. You got Malloy Miles on deck, 2 away. There's a strike to Acosta.
Ava had a single last inning. Actually, she has 2 hits for the game. She singled in both at bats.
Yep. Oh, she tried to jump on that rise ball, and that fly out to the shortstop. And so that'll take care of the 4th inning. We're going to head to the top of the 5th inning. It is 3-0. Lady Lions halfway home for a trip to Sulphur. All right, we're back for the top of the 5th inning in Lions Park. That's the Lady Panthers will be led off by Briley Fontenot, Ella Fontenot, and Cheyenne Miracle. That's the part of the lineup I got to go back to the bottom where it's typed out for the Lady Panthers to read the typed version, not the hand printed version. All right, Miles goes into the 5th inning with 7 strikeouts on the night. That's what I got it as.
5, 6, 7. Yep, that you were correct.
And I believe she'll be leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Lions. First baseman Fontenot swinging at the first pitch. That's going to get just out of play.
Watch out. They hadn't managed to catch up with her fastball yet. She's still overpowering. They're fouling an awful lot. They're going to have to change their approach. They'll load earlier. She's already at the back of the box, so she can't go back no more.
Yeah.
No, change up. Took her out of her shoes.
Nasty.
Yeah, that's a tough.
That's when you're sitting fastball and you're committed. Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's a rough.
She was swinging whether it was a strike or not.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Oh, she
Checks her
almost
swing on that one. Tried to get her to chase the elevated one.
Elevated, yeah, that's right.
She's reaching into the bag of tricks here.
Yeah, she's gonna come with that outside fastball. Try to get her swing and miss. There it is.
And she got it. Strikeout number 8 for Malloy Miles.
Yeah, it's kind of been her bread and butter, that outside strikeout. She sets them up with the off speed and then comes back outside. The last two bad batters that struck out on that pitch, they were swinging. This one just kind of watched it go across.
So through 4 1/3 innings, Malloy's achieved at least 1 strikeout per inning.
Mm-hmm.
That ball's fouled away by Elephant now.
And, you know, our keys to the game so far is just getting ahead on the count.
Yeah.
And then really expanding that strike zone and making these Pine Prairie at batters have to reach out there and swing at stuff that may be questionable.
1 ball, 1 strike. I mean, we're getting down to that late stage of the game. Just 2 innings remaining after this.
And she's just chewing up.
Who's going to handle that pressure? You know, Pine Prairie they're in need of getting something going.
Mm-hmm.
Malloy can continue to try to put the pressure, staying ahead in the counts.
And she's got two dominant pitches that are working. Her off speed's working really well tonight, and then they just can't catch up with her fastball. They're either fouling it off or swinging and missing.
Now that's outside. 3 balls, 1 strike to Fontenot.
Try to work that outside fastball again. I think she goes back to the fastball, just try to overpower.
And
works the walk. That's only Malloy's second walk of the game.
See our Sports Talk 225 partner Denver Ballard with miles and miles of softball players in French Settlement. Miles and miles and miles.
Yeah. Miles.
We got to add 1 more in there. There's 3 on the roster right now.
Miles cubed.
Well, there's a bunt back into the net. No balls, 1 strike. 1 away, runner on first base. Off the walk. And we talked about walks earlier, how they can come back to haunt you. So no margin for error. You're giving up free bases. So now you're looking for Malloy to dial it in here. Umpire calls that one a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a bullhorn in the background. Something happening over in baseball. I'm unsure. It doesn't sound like it's coming from the French Settlement side. Two balls, 1 strike. That felt like a raindrop. I hope it wasn't a raindrop. It's one little cloud above me, and it would drop some water. That one's a bunt attempt fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. They're trying to put the pressure on the defense there, all at the same time getting that runner over into scoring position.
Yeah, but I don't foresee a bunt in this situation. I've been wrong before.
There's the bunt. And there's 2 away. Oh, runner is going to third.
Out. Got her.
I'm waiting on the call. Runner is safe at third,
Okay.
out at first.
I don't know why they waited so long to get the ball over there. She was halfway in.
She should have been out.
Yeah.
Third baseman was on the bag the whole time.
Yeah,
That would have been a double play because they had her hung out to dry.
Yeah, she was in the middle. But anyway, they get 2 outs with the runner sitting at third, so.
Coach is questioning that whether or not the runner was actually out at third. It looks like they're going to have a conversation. He asked permission to go speak to the other umpire. So in my coaching days, I've had a situation similar to this that my kids literally sitting there telling me, I didn't touch him. I didn't touch him. And I'm like, I'm trying to argue with this guy.
Yeah. Come on.
You're not helping me right now.
It's like you're the worst wingman ever.
Yeah.
I'm out here fighting for you, and you're making me look silly. But, all right, runner at third, 2 outs. See if Malloy can close this inning out without any runs getting across. Ooh, swing and miss. Oh. 1-2. 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. No runs scored. Swing and miss. Drop strike 3. Getting down to first. Finishes the out.
All right, we are back for the bottom of the 5th inning, which will be led off by pitcher Malloy Miles. It's 3-0 Lady Lions. I had a moment of confusion right there. We got these Nike Dry Fit shirts in and place an order with the merch guy, and he gets all confused and just come at me. Of course, I send the money with the orders ahead of time so I don't forget about it later. Yeah, so I had to go back through real quick and get those all straight. Yep. So feel free to order some Sports Talk 225 merch. Beautiful Nike Dry Fits with the Sports Talk 225 logo on this lovely powder blue, purple, black, white, yellow, or as people in Louisiana call gold, which is mentally ill, can't pronounce any words correctly or colors.
Nope.
All right, Malloy Miles leading it off against West. Man, what a pitching battle this has been by both of these girls.
Yeah. First Element's gotten the best of West so far, but she's been a gamer. She's really battled.
Malloy with a double in her last at bat. Unable to come around and score, though, got left at third base. But they did pick up a run that inning.
Yeah.
That one's a strike.
Yeah.
So it's a 50-50 pitch, I'm starting to think, because sometimes he calls it a ball, sometimes he calls it a strike.
Right. Yeah, and for some, they've left a lot of runners on base this game. They've had some opportunities that they've kind of missed out on. Oh, he dropped it in right there.
That was a great pitch.
Froze Malloy.
Open door.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where your eyes get big. Mm-hmm. You kind of want to, but then you know you're late. There's a ball low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
One thing about that I've noticed this whole game that French Settlement has done a really good job of the plate. They've been very disciplined, swung at the pitches they're supposed to, and even though they've been popped up or grounded out, they've swung at the pitches they're supposed to.
Yeah. There's one there that grounded over to third base and one away.
Just dug it out.
Yep.
He got that one pretty quick.
Yep. Good stretch for the first baseman. So it's one away here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
All right, and
it's going to bring up Hadley Spellman.
Hadley Spellman, she was walked in the first inning, and then she had a base hit in the third.
And you got to think here, man, that ball misses outside. You know, the line's got to be filthy. You know, they're 6 outs away from a trip to Sulphur.
Yeah.
But very collective ball club over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they're battle proven. They've been in a lot of tough games all season, and close games,
yeah.
and they've been able to find a way, and that's what good teams do. They find a way at the end of the day.
Yeah, we go back to the game we covered for Strikeout 800.
They were losing
that game all the way to the 6th
majority of the
inning.
game. Yeah. But they found a way. Malloy kept them in there. Didn't get no more runs across the plate, and then they found a way to win.
Yeah, very similar to the game that the first time we saw them in Denham Springs. Mm-hmm. Struggled early, held serve. You know,
some of the young players made big hits. I think one of the 8th graders
hit that home run.
Hit that home run to tie the ball game. So. It's from all position players, you know, from top to bottom. Everyone's
all season
producing.
long. They found a way to get it done.
Yeah.
In the close game.
In the close games,
yeah.
And somebody has been able to produce a run.
Yeah. It looks like the first baseball game is over. I don't see a whole lot of celebration over there, so I'm not exactly sure what. It was 2-0 last I saw it.
Yeah.
Lions were winning, but there's a strike.
He's been calling that a ball, so that's I don't know.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Maybe he was sending on a bump or something.
Nope, I'm sorry. French Settlement won 3-1.
Oh wow!
Congratulations to the boys. They got game 2 coming up here in just a little bit. West is battling back here. Makes it 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, West has finally got her off-speed pitch working. She dropped it in twice. One was from Malloy, and then that time right there, both good pitches.
So the French Settlement boys are just 1 win away from making it to the this very position right here, quarterfinals. So congratulations to them. Can't wait to get over there and check them out. Oh, the strikes are out. Comes back. That's a big comeback from West there from being down 3-0.
And surprisingly, that's her first strikeout of the game.
That is surprising, as well as she has pitched.
This is Miley Miles at the plate. She was walked in the first inning, and then on the third inning, she popped out. Ooh, foul ball into the French Settlement dugout.
That is impressive.
Yeah. Them girls got down quick. That was good reaction time by the ladies in the French Settlement dugout.
Yeah, that one was ripped into the French Settlement dugout, and all the girls perched up there on the guardrail had to get down in a hurry.
Yeah. Oh, flipped out of her hand. Brings the count to 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think West is going to come with the off speed right here. Be a good opportunity to see if we can drop it in for strike 3. Have her looking. Nope, she come back with this fastball.
Another foul.
Give me one. Let's go, girl.
Oh, man, just got a text message from the Louisiana lefty. I think mom runs the social media account.
There it is. Oh, he didn't give it to her.
Saying 4 p.m. Sunday in Central, and I've got Denham Springs Project graduation at that time, the Powder Puff football game. Only one person. I can only be so many places. Swing, and that one's fouled right back behind home plate.
Well, I'll tell you, man, it's a good problem to have. You know, we started this thing. We started in December.
December 17th would be the legal birthday.
Yeah,
so we can go back and define date of birth by when it became a business or when we started a social media account. There's 13 days separation there.
Yeah.
So we'll go with the legal business, and that was December 17th. December 4th used to be my wedding anniversary, so I don't want to use that one. Some of the crowd from baseball has shifted over to the softball field, so what was already a packed house is even more packed. Miles flies out to left, shortstop. That's 3 away. All right, folks, the Lady Lions need 6 outs to secure the trip to Sulphur right at the top of the 6th inning. All right, we're ready for the top of the 6th inning. Malloy Miles and the Lady Lions are just 6 outs away from securing the trip to Sulphur.
Yeah, and if Pine Prairie has any hopes, they're going to have to get a leadoff runner on and then start moving these runners across. They've missed out on a couple opportunities so far this game to get some across.
Nia George takes a strike there.
And you don't execute and get runners across with Malloy. It's just she's going to shut you down. I don't know.
The bunt just foul and just out of the reach of the third baseman who was charging in aggressively there. She wasn't far off of being able to make a diving attempt there.
Yeah, she hustled in. They had already brought her in a little bit for a squeeze. Or pinch in the corners.
Yeah. That one slapped out to the shortstop, and that'll be a base hit for Anaya George. There's a leadoff hitter right there. She did a job, and that has woke up the Pine Prairie crowd here. That our good friend Colton, who is listening in, stuck us in the middle of.
It's okay.
Make a piece to you. Look for a meatball.
Look for a meatball. All right. Yeah, that's exactly what I was just saying. Is they got to get the leadoff runner on, start making some moves here, running out of outs.
So back at the top of the order, this is Josie Vadrine, shortstop. Showing bunt. Takes, runner goes, and is safe. And that ball goes out to center field. Backed up well by the center fielder. Runner will hold it second.
Yeah, the runner in scoring position now.
That's all it takes. Wheels come off the wagon. Let's go. Turn that wagon down.
Oh, boy. It's good stuff.
All right, so if a dream was showing bunt, I'm going to assume no longer would show bunt with the runner in scoring position, because a base hit easily scores a runner.
I wouldn't think so, but...
No, I don't. Maybe you do to get her to third. But she's swinging. Yeah. Takes a strike there. Runner is well off the bag.
Yeah, that's a pretty pitch. Just grazed the outside corner.
So I don't have the scouting report on Pine Prairie, but what I saw, George looks pretty fast.
Yes, he is.
All right, one ball, one strike. Oh, and that one's there. She goes back to the bunt and fouls that one back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I kind of dig the dream batting sense. It's very reminiscent of Pete Rose.
Yeah, it is. A little low and
Still gotta get you, baby. Let's go.
Kind of over. It reminds me of Pete Rose.
Yeah, absolutely it does.
Here comes the pitch from Moy. No, that she gets just a piece of that. One ball, 2 strikes. I tell you what, even if she had missed that one would have acted as a sacrifice right there. Yeah, because George would have made it to third as fast as she is. But the brick wall, that ball comes off fast. Oh, there's a drive to center field, way back, and that is gone. And Pine Prairie cuts the lead to 1 with a home run from the Dream. And she hit that ball probably about 230 feet.
Yeah, Yeah, she got every ounce of that fastball. Malloy left it too far over the plate. And she just hammered it.
Yep. It is a 1-run game. 3-2. And that crowd is awake and alive now. Yeah. And so that's going to bring up Sydney Fontenot. I think you could tell off that last bunt attempt, the Dream was mad at herself for offering at it because she saw it.
Yeah.
Came back with that same pitch, and she drove it out the ballpark.
Yeah, this might be a good time to come out and have a little conversation with your pitcher.
Calm her down. No strikes. Sydney Fontenot. No outs in the inning, and they've cut the score 3-2. That was definitely raindrops. That home run knocked the water out the clouds.
Yeah, punched a hole in the sky.
That was a blast. That was a no-doubter.
Yeah, directly dead center field.
There's a bunt. And that'll be out number 1.
Yeah, there it is.
Well, what has been a very quiet French Settlement crowd is now waking up to try to cheer their pitcher and their defense on. My papers are going to get wet, not going to be able to read them. Ella Ortego. Now batting. The crowd is on the Pine Prairie side, is leading a chance, and that's going to hit my truck, I'm pretty sure. It's going to be my luck. I haven't gone and got that new inspection sticker. Folks, if the rain starts coming down, as you can tell in the background there, it's getting dark. The audio may go away. That's grounded back to Malloy. Tosses it to the first baseman, and that's 2 away. It may go quiet. We'll try to keep the feed for you. Not sure if you can see it, but I'm hoping that this one little cloud, we're just getting the edge of it. 2 away, top of the 6th inning. Pitcher on pitcher right here. Miles and West. There's a drive, pop up to center field. She's not going to be able to get there. That's going to drop in. She broke back. Yep, and there's a bloop single. And the Lady Panthers stay in business. And that's going to bring up Briley Fontenot. As Joey West gets the best.
Yeah, this is a good timeout right here. Kind of just slow things down. Kind of take the air out of the crowd. You don't want that momentum and the crowd to get too loud.
I don't think that that's going to be an issue. As soon as this little timeout's up, I think they're going to get back at it. They've been itching for a reason. Yeah. So Briley Fontenot with Ella Fontenot on deck.
Pine Prairie's faithful didn't like that one.
Yeah, you just don't want that center fielder breaking the wrong way on that last pitch. I think a little still seeing that home run ball fly through the air. Our runner's going to advance to second. Come back to haunt you. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Let's go. Be smart.
Sorry for any background noise that spills over. There's a strike, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hey, protect now, protect me.
1 strike away from getting out of this inning. The Pine Prairie definitely did some damage.
That one's fouled back.
Let's go, boy. You was built for this, baby. Let's go. You better than her. Let's go.
Let's see. This is this is the second time through the lineup for most of these girls, so they've kind of seen what are
Ball low. Runner stays.
So some of her speed, they've seen it, and now they've made the adjustments. So you saw it on that last pitch, that home run, sitting fastball and just drove it out.
Win it, baby. Let's go, baby. Win it.
Here comes the 2-2. Off speed, just right back to it in the inning. Well, damage was done there. The 2-run homer given up by Malloy, but she comes back to finish out the inning with a 1-run lead.
Yeah, I mean, they did that with, there was no outs.
Yeah.
So she came back, got 3 outs, closed out the inning, with only allowing the 2 runs off that homer.
Yep, so we will go to the bottom of the 6th with the Lions now clinging to a 1-run lead. You can't ask for better than this in a quarterfinal game.
I mean, playoff baseball.
This is softball.
Softball. I'm sorry. My apologies.
Ha-ha, payback for the correction early. I've been waiting on it. I've been sitting on that one. That's what happens when things happen so quickly, because we weren't 100% sure what was if this was going to happen today or not. I actually text Colton, and he goes, man, I literally was just about to text you. And then you let ChatGPT write your post for you.
Oh, yeah.
But that's all right. They got the edit buttons now.
Yeah.
So it all works out.
Well, you just posted it, so I didn't want to get too far in the weeds before
somebody would have caught it. Yeah.
Well, I didn't want nobody to blast you on Facebook, so.
But that's all right.
At least
we say mound, say baseball, we say softball. It doesn't matter.
It's balls and sticks.
Why do we have to overcomplicate it? Ever have to overcomplicate it? Well, thanks to everybody that's joined us for this quarterfinal action on the LSPN network and on Sports Talk 225. Appreciate you joining us, and we have been treated to one heck of a game. French Settlement looked like they were in control, 3-0, all the way into the top of the 6th inning, when the Lady Panthers capitalized off of a 2-run homer from Vadrine with no outs in the inning. And then Malloy Miles battles back to leave it just there as we now go into the bottom of the 6th. 3-2 Lady Lion. Comes a pitch from West in the box. She is safe, and that goes down the line. She's going to advance to second base.
That's exactly what they needed to start off this inning.
So Reese Gocho goes all the way to third, and then it hits her in the back. And it's going to get sent home. And she scores. And she's hurt.
Ooh.
Her mom's telling her to rub some dirt on it. I know Amy.
Yeah.
It is 4-2.
Man, wow, what a...
Holy cow, what just happened?
Holy Toledo.
And just like that, it's 4-2 Lady Lions. That is an infield single, then a three-base
error.
Throwing error.
Yeah.
A couple of three-base throwing errors. One of which went off of the right shoulder blade of Gocho, who then came in to score.
And her coach was sitting there screaming at her, I know you're hurt, but run. Get home.
I have a feeling that this coach is going to question as to whether or not that coach, if Blake touched her, to tell her to go or not. That is going to be the argument, I believe.
Yeah. They're having a conference to see if anybody saw that.
And if that is the case, she will be called out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't rewind the footage right now. Right. I have no controls. Those are all upstairs.
Yep. You would think they would have called that on the play.
It should have been called in the field. I see one shaking his head.
No,
I never saw it.
I didn't see it, so I think
you would think that the home plate umpire would have been watching as well.
Right. They were. I think they were watching the ball.
I don't know that he ever touched her.
I
think he got in front of her and was telling her,
on
you got to go,
you got to go, you got to go, and she was holding her shoulder.
So there may be an argument of whether or not he got out of the coach's box, which if that was to get caught, let's see. An explanation's about to be given to Prairie's coach, and I don't think she's going to care for it.
Yeah, she's not going to be too happy.
I could see this going either way, though.
Right. Yeah, she doesn't seem... All right, see if we're going to call it safe.
Yep, because no explanation to the French Settlement coach, so nothing changes. 4-2.
42.
Lady Lions. And that's going to bring up number 2. I will not repeat that, but I want to. Jacelyn Babin.
Okay.
Sorry,
she walked up to the plate a little gingerly. I wonder if she got injured.
There's a swing down the third baseline, just foul.
Just foul.
Just the bag. On the outside part of the bag there. It stayed fair all the way into the bag.
It would have just hopped over the bag.
But she jumped on that pitch right away.
Okay, she's really early.
Yeah, so trying to regain the composure there after a bunt, which should have been an infield single, and turned into utter chaos across the field, and a run for the Lady Lions. So they extend the lead back to 2 runs now. That's a ball high, 1-1. Here comes a 1-1. And that one's grounded to the shortstop, and it ate her up. And that goes into the outfield, and that's going to be a base hit. And she is limping big time, yeah.
She was limping up to the plate. She worked her butt.
I think now would be the right time to have a courtesy runner.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, that's good. But she legged it out, toughed it out to get down that line. That's a tough young lady right there.
Taking one for her team for sure.
And she was all over that ball. For the first hit, it went down almost, and then that one, that was a hard hit ball.
That was a hard hit ball, ate up the dream. Who had played a stellar game to that point at shortstop. She's made some fantastic plays.
Yeah, other than the last play where they scored, like, it's been a very clean game for both sides. Not a whole lot of errors.
Yeah, I mean, you had an error early on from Prairie. Could have chalked that up to nerves, but ever since then, like you said, it's been very clean, very efficient. No balls and a strike.
Oh, yeah, that was back in the first inning.
Yeah, Danny Delomer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot of action in that first inning, man. It was, you're talking 20 minutes.
Yeah, and they were bases loaded, and they didn't, they only got 1 run across.
Yeah, Pine Prairie was on the field for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. They're very fortunate in that first inning.
That only 1 run, but that's a tribute to West. She pitched her way out of that.
She worked, and then her defense also did a good job behind her.
1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. 1 run has already scored here in the inning off the leadoff hitter, Reese Gotro.
Yeah, still no outs, though.
Yep. A base hit. Oh. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
She tried to hit that changeup.
Man, you wait for it, and you still can't time it just right.
That's like those the big leaguers when they bring in the outfielder to pitch. He throws like 30 miles an hour, and they're just trying to sit on it.
Well, unless you're Aaron Judge or Jordan or one of those guys who hit it 800 miles. Which we're seeing in the big leagues this year, something that I think we've wanted to see since Jordan Alvarez came up, is a healthy Jordan Alvarez, leading the league in homers, 11. Judge not far behind him at 9. I'd like to see those guys go at it all year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But a healthy Jordan, he bats for average, not just power. She came back with it, got the strikeout. Very good pitch. And that's going to bring us back to the top of the lineup for the Lions. Kenna Miles.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. I'm going to have to do some investigative. I'm going to ask ChatGPT.
If anyone knows what walk the dog means in softball, welcome to let us know.
Nelson back, let's go.
One ball, no strike to Miles. Ball high, ball 2.
Yeah, the wind we had earlier is just completely died. Flag out in the field is just hanging.
You got that one little cloud over there that stays in the background. It's brightened back up on the screen, thankfully. That ball's fouled back to the baseball net. That was a heck of a foul ball right there. Straighten that thing up. It's gone.
Yep. Like we're screaming at the travel ball fields. Straighten it out.
Yeah, straighten it out. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 away, runner on first. Bottom of the 6th inning, 4-2 Lions. That's a strike.
Hey, they're watching too many pitches right now. They're gonna start being a little more aggressive.
Yeah, there's still a high energy in the dugout. I mean, they're playing the drums on buckets.
She's gonna come back with an off speed right here.
Yep. Has caught it. That's over to the shortstop. Goes to second for 1.
That's the lead runner.
And that's 2 away. Looking for the double play. Only gets 1 there. The speed of Miles. That's going to bring up Amelia Rosto. This is that part of the lineup that's done damage all night.
Yeah, she's had a fantastic game so far.
There's ball 1.
Not bad, miss.
That one's fouled straight back. So far this evening, only 1 vehicle has been punctured.
Get those foul balls with these cars parked so close. Get Allstate to sponsor them.
You know, this place is packed.
Yeah, it is.
Credit to the French Settlement.
I mean, I think the whole town's here.
Yeah, like the fan base, baseball, softball. We saw some folks from Denham Springs out supporting, other teams. You know, travel ball. These guys play. There's a shot to right field, and that one's caught for out number 3. All right, folks, we will take our last little break here as the Lions get ready to come up. 3 outs away from a state championship opportunity and head to Sulphur. So we'll be right back. All right, we're back for the top of the 7th inning. It's going to be Elefantino leading it off for French Settlement. For Pine Prairie against Malloy Miles from French Settlement. Miles 3 outs away from punching the ticket to Sulphur.
Yeah, I think
in the semifinals.
I think you'll see Pine Prairie a little more aggressive on swings.
Swing
right there. So she's going to pump in some fastballs, and then I think she's going to kind of mix it up with some off speed, and then hit that pitch, the outside fastball to close out the batters.
I'm impressed by this Pine Prairie team. They are scrappy, as we said in the beginning.
Absolutely.
A well-coached team. They follow the directions of their coach.
And then you see that they fight. You know, they never looked like they were down, even though they were down by 3-0, and they knew they were always in this ball game.
That one's bounced in for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 9 strikeouts is what I'm sitting at.
Yeah.
The over-under you had was 10, right?
Yeah. So we might have to push.
Yeah, one spoiled. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, so, this Panthers team, they show why they deserve to be here. A good ball club. Wes never caved to her early struggles, battled the whole time. Yeah. Oh, called that ball in. That was 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That was generous. That was generous on his part. And the French Element fans do not like that.
And that's probably as most rambunctious as they've gotten in this game so far.
Yeah.
That ball is ripped down the third base side. Just.
Yeah, she's a little early
ball pitch. Oh, she hurt her. Ooh. Looked like the abdomen section on that swing.
That's her elbow.
Oh, she's holding the elbow. She's telling the coach not to touch her. Poor thing. Hope she's okay.
I'm wondering if the way she swung, she's got a stinger in her arm.
Yeah, hopefully it just,
that a little weird.
Hopefully it just came off. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she missed the sweet spot, but she's in a lot of pain.
I don't think so. I think that they're gonna have to sub her out.
She doesn't want to come out.
She's done.
Poor thing.
There's something going on with her arm.
She's played a really, really good game too.
Yeah.
Coach is trying to take her out. She's saying no. She's going to stay in.
There's some toughness right there.
Yeah, she's even in her practice swing, though, she's releasing the grip.
And she's going to try to hit it with one hand.
Hey, I've seen some amazing things like that happen. It is the lead hand that is good.
Yeah. Well, I don't think she's going to generate enough power with that one hand.
Oh, she got a full count. She's just trying to work a walk right now.
Yeah, she don't need that arm to run.
I'm actually a little shocked she didn't lay down a bunt right there, but 2 strikes, that's why.
Yeah.
And pops it up on the infield, and she's holding that arm. Right fielder comes in to make the play. 1 away.
2 outs away.
2 outs away from Sulphur. 2 outs to Sulphur.
2 outs from Sulphur.
Sounds like a country song.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's not venting.
No. Everywhere is better than venting.
There's a bunt. Third baseman fields it.
Nice play.
2 away. Well, you're getting a big
away.
reaction out of the French Settlement moms now.
Yeah, they are.
Hold the line right there. As they can taste the Darryl Po' Boys.
I want to taste one of those too. These things are delicious.
Coach has brought in Callie Bird. There's a ball from Miles. So Malloy and the Lady Lions are just 1 out away from playing in the semifinals, the Final 4 in Sulphur, with a chance for another state championship this season for French Settlement. There's a strike. And just so you know, it's their last chance to push, right?
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike.
You better be hurt, Ken. Let's go.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Overpowered fastball. 1 strike away.
Malloy's doing the Malloy things.
If you can't hear it, the Lions have woke up.
Yeah. Some of the Pine Prairie faithful starting to pack it up a little bit.
right here, battle.
Here comes the 1-2. And the Lions have made it to state and going to Sulphur with strikeout number 10 by Malloy Miles to end the game. Congratulations to the Lady Lions as they continue this golden arrow run. And the boys right next door later tonight will finish a sweep of Manny and advance themselves to the quarterfinals.
Got the sheriff on the field.
Congratulations to the Pine Prairie Lady Panthers on a fantastic season and run. What a game we had here today. Shout out to LSPN again for allowing us to come out and commentate this fantastic game and to watch this magical run the team's been on all year. So,
yes, especially group of ladies. They've done a tremendous job all year, and it's exciting to see them getting excited there on the.
Yeah, what's even better, as we say, all glory to things is to see these things come together right now after that game. Background where it all circled to Prairie in this post-game moment. So again, shout out to LSPN, shout out to French Settlement. Congratulations. I expect to see this whole town emptied out and in Sulphur next weekend.
Yeah.
Man, thanks so much. So for Clinton Wolf, I'm Stu Puffer, and for the LSPN team, we'll see you next time.
Thank you all.